All right, finally getting back to The Impersonal Life by Joseph Benner. I never remember his name. It's a shorter chapter. We're on chapter 12 called Soulmates, and it's only 1.5 pages long, but we'll see how this goes. As of right now, and I could be wrong because there's so much in here, but what this book seems to be saying to me, correct me if I'm wrong, okay, is that God has this plan, this idea, and his idea is that he is letting us know through this book that he is in control of everything. That's fine. But that we don't even think. We think, but we don't even think. We have no will of our own. So he would agree with those who've been arguing with me that we don't have any free will, which I think is absolutely an insane position to take. Sam Harris takes that position, and I think he's nuts. But I freely admit I could be wrong, and I just don't know that we don't have free will because it's an illusion. To us, it just makes perfect sense that we have free will because we make choices all the time. And said, nope, you can't make choices. You can't make decisions. You think you are, but you're not. Well, this book says God causes us to do every single thing we do, everything we think, everything we say, every action we take. God is making us do it. All the good, all the evil. That is his purpose for his own purposes, to show the contrast of good and evil or whatever his explanations are. But that his idea is to ultimately show us that we are one with him. I think this is what it's saying. And that when we fully realize this, we will end up with all of his power. We will have power to create anything we want. And I'm like, that can't come soon enough. Oh, let that be true. Because if that's true, then I'm going to have my whole life transformed, because whatever this thing that God is trying to say to me is going to completely transform my life. And I'm all for that being true. I want that to be true more than anything. But if we don't have free will and God is causing it, then whatever this does is God's plan for whoever it does it for. So if you become spiritually enlightened by reading this, that was God's plan. And if you say this is trash and you throw it in the trash, that was God's plan. So it's kind of weird. Kind of weird. I'm just noticing a thing here from the Lincoln Project. Oh, that's really cool. Interesting quote. Trump has threatened to sue us again, so we would like to respond with an official statement. Mr. President, go F yourself, they say the word. If you agree with this message, consider joining us. Cute. Kind of like it. All right. Chapter 12, Soulmates. We're on page 41 now out of, just so you know how far we are, 61. 61 is the last page. Let us now examine, and soulmates is interesting because I talk about soulmates in my short stories, Sheila and the Dungeon Master, which I've narrated on my channel. As my cat meows at me. We'll just ignore the meowing kitty because he's just being a pest. Let us now examine into some of the things I have given you, those especially of which you cannot yet acknowledge me as the giver. Perhaps the particular position in life you now occupy, you do not think the best adapted for the expression of my idea surging within you. Yeah, that would be me. If so, then why not step out of that position into the one of your choice? I wish I could. That would be great. The mere fact that you cannot or do not do this proves that at this time, such position is the one best suited to awaken in you certain qualities necessary for my perfect expression. Really? That's why I can't do anything, because this is the perfect place for me to be. Okay, great. I'm all for it. Better work. And that I, your own self, am permitting you to remain therein, but I don't want to remain herein. I want out of here. Until you can recognize my purpose and meaning hidden within the power such position has to disturb your peace of mind and keep you thus dissatisfied. Okay. But regardless, your will be done no matter what. No matter how I respond to this. It's your will, because I don't have any will of my own. If I'm understanding this right. When you recognize my meaning and determine to make my purpose your purpose, Then and then only will I give you the strength to step out of that position into a higher I have provided for you. I think it meant a higher position I have provided for you. Hey, I'm all for it. I'd just like to know what that higher position is and what's going to happen, but okay. Perhaps the husband or the wife you think is far from being suited to you or capable of helping along your spiritual awakening, being only a hindrance and detriment instead. You may even be secretly contemplating leaving or wishing you could leave that one for another who sympathizes and joins with you in your aspirations and seeking and therefore seems more nearly your ideal. Oh, I know what my ideal is. Ain't no doubt about that. I know that. Whether or not she's out there remains to be seen. My wife was almost. She was close in many ways, but there were issues. We had issues. Everybody has issues. No one is your ideal, is what I would say to counteract that. I would love to have my wife back. But that's not going to happen. Barring a miracle, which I'm all for. I'm all for it. But outside of that, I know what my ideal woman is and would be, and it would be phenomenal. If I ever meet her, I'll know. Because it'll just be phenomenal if that ever happens. Wishing you could, okay, you may even be secretly contemplating leaving and wishing you could leave for another sympathizes and joins. Seems more nearly your ideal. You may run away if you will, but know that you cannot run away from your own personality, that in selfish craving for a spiritual mate, you may attract only one who will force you to a tenfold longer and harder search among the illusions of the mind. Oh, so you're saying my ideal girl, what I believe is my ideal girl, would actually be my nightmare. Good, okay. Before you can again awaken to the consciousness of my voice speaking within. Okay, for a sympathetic and appreciative mate would only feed the personal pride and selfish desire for spiritual power in you and develop further the egotistic side of your nature. You might have a point there. I'll give you that as a possible truth. Likewise, a loving, trusting, yielding mate might encourage only selfishness and conceit when you are not yet abiding in the consciousness of my impersonal love. While a tyrannical, suspicious, nagging mate may provide the soul discipline you still need. Oh, give me, where's the bitch that I can start dating? Because that's what I need. I need a bitch to keep me in line. There you go. Where is she? Come on. Wait, what if I'm the one who needs to be the bastard for her to keep her in line? Just thinking out loud. For a sympathetic and my voice, provide the discipline you still need. I already read that line. Okay. Wow. Did you but know it, the one who is your true soulmate is in reality an angel from heaven. Oh, well, that's cool. Even as are you, one of the attributes of my divine self, come to you to teach you that only when you have purged your own personality so that my holy love can express, can you be freed from any conditions which may now be causing you so much disturbance of mind and unhappiness of soul. So now you're telling me there are angels in heaven and one of them is my true soul mate, but that I have to purge my personality from my being. I have to give up my personality. Well, then I'd become kind of a vegetable, wouldn't I? This is just getting weirder and weirder. Oh, more about the angel soulmate heaven thing. For not until this soul, this angel from heaven, this other part of my and yourself, who has come to you and is yearning and striving to call into expression through you the impersonal love, the tender, thoughtful care for others, the poise of mind and peace of heart, the quiet, firm mastery of self, which alone can open the doors so it can step forth into the freedom of its own glorious being and be to you its own true self. Well, send this darn angel from heaven. Let's go. Where is I'm going to say she. I'm just going to guess she. Better not be a he. So it can step forth into the freedom of its own glorious being and be to you its own true self, not until you can see this soul in all its divine beauty, Well, as long as the word beauty is there, I'm interested. Free of this earthly bondage, will it ever be possible for you to find and recognize that ideal you seek? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I am so confused right now. For that ideal exists, not without in some other personality, but only within, in your divine counterpart, which is I, your higher, immortal self. It is only my idea of this, your perfect self, striving to express and become manifest through your personality that causes you to see seeming imperfections in the mate I have given you. The time will come, however, when you cease to look without for love and sympathy, appreciation, and spiritual help and turn wholly to me within, that these seeming imperfections will disappear, and you will see in his, you are something, in this mate only the reflection of qualities of unselfish love, gentleness, trust, a constant endeavor to make the other happy. That will then be shining brightly, continuously from out of your own heart. I was going to turn my camera on my cat, but he's walking away now. He sees that his annoying behavior is not working, so he's leaving. Wow, this is something else. Perhaps you cannot yet wholly believe all this. No, I can't. And you still question that I, your own self, am responsible for your present position in life. Well, haven't you been telling me that you've literally caused everything that's happened? Didn't you just freely admit that? I'm so confused. I'm responsible for your present position in life, or that I chose for you your present mate. You did everything. You said earlier in the book, unless I misread it, you did everything. You caused you. We don't even think. We can't even think. We don't really exist. We're just you, and we don't know it. If so, it is well for you thus to question until all is made plain. Great, can't wait. But remember, I will speak much more clearly direct from within, if you but turn trustingly to me for help. For I ever preserve my holiest secrets for those who turn to me in deep, abiding faith, that I can and will supply their every need. To you, however, who cannot yet do this, I say, if your own self did not place you here or provide this mate, why then are you here? And why have you this mate? Think, I, the all, the perfect one, make no mistake. Yes, but the personality does, you say. And the personality chose this mate, and perhaps has earned no better position. Who caused the personality to choose this particular one and earn this particular position in life? Who picked out and placed this one where you could thus choose, and who caused you to be born in this country of all countries, and in this town of all towns in the world at this particular time? Why not some other town 100 years later? Did your personality do all these things? Answer true. No, it did not. I answer truly and satisfactorily these questions to yourself, and you will learn that I, God within you, your own self, do all things that you do, and I do them well. Right, you did it all. So what are you telling me? I'm confused. I do them while expressing my idea, which is ever seeking manifestation in outer form as perfection through you, my living attribute, even as it is in the eternal within. As for your true soulmate, which you have been led by others to believe must be waiting for you somewhere, cease looking, for it exists not without in some other body, but within your own soul. Really, my soulmate exists within my soul. Okay. For that within you which cries out for completion is only your sense of me within, yearning for recognition and expression. Me, your own divine counterpart, the spiritual part of you, your other half, to which and which alone you must be united. Yes, we become one with God. Got it, of course. Yeah, I think they call it being born again in some groups. Before you can finish what you came on earth to express. That was the rest of that sentence. I probably did that wrong. To which and which alone you must be united before you can finish what you came on earth to express. This is indeed a mystery to you who are not yet wedded in consciousness to your impersonal self. But doubt not, when you can come to me in complete surrender and will care for naught else that union with me, the weird words, then will I disclose to you the sweets of the celestial ecstasy. I knew at some point we were going to start doing ecstasy. I'm all for it. Ecstasy is a wild drug, by the way. I've done it. Makes you feel really good. Everything feels good when you're on ecstasy. But celestial ecstasy? Oh, give me some of that. I will. Let's in heaven. Do we do ecstasy with angels? Because if heaven is nothing but a party with angels doing ecstasy, oh, as long as they're beautiful women, sign me up. But let me finish that. Then will I disclose to you the sweets of the celestial ecstasy I have long kept in reserve for you. You bastard, keeping that stuff in reserve. Damn you. Any angels want to come down here and do ecstasy with me? If you're female, come. If you're male, go away. All right, there we go. I can't take this book seriously anymore, even though I like it and even though I want to know where it's going. So I am going to finish this because this is crazy. In the description below are other things that I am reading, have read, or have narrated on my channel. Check them out. Love to hear your thoughts on them. And I'll be back with the next chapter. Wait, what's the next chapter? I'm very, very curious. Chapter 13 is Authority. Oh, and it's only 2 pages. So then, yeah, we're getting into some short chapters here. Okay. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.